don't know everything, they're just uncovering facts. And I must draw the line again between fact and truth. I think I was talking to Dean before. A fact is a fact is a fact. Like the Roman Catholic Church owns all but one, I believe, of the deep space telescopes. It's a fact. It was actually amazingly put out on BBC TV the other day as well. Fact. It doesn't make it a truth, though. The truth is, it depends what perspective you're coming from. And the same can be said of everything. Just one other little thing here. This is where it will really cock up, because I have to tweak some knobs. And I love living up to my surname. Anyone seen any Doctor Who fans here, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah, see it start again this weekend? Looking forward to it?
I'm not sure.
Not sure. Like, do the best stuff.
I only mention that because while I've got my toy here, I just wonder if you recognise it. There we go. There you go, that's what they did Doctor Who on anyway.
Oh, yeah, do that bit.
It was actually VCS3, but what the hell? Right. Sound, resonance. It's the secret of everything, and modern science has unlocked this. Modern science will prove everything I'm saying. They'll still have questions because they don't know everything, and anyone who claims to, ignore them. Which is ironic because I'm sat here about to show you everything. All right?
I will ignore you.
Do you know the answer? Life, the universe, and everything. Yeah. Actually, someone out here might know the answer already before I show you. The answer to life, the universe, and everything?
64.
42.
I told you you'd be depressed. What, were you really expecting the great secret of the universe? It's on the next page. 42, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, if anyone knows it. 42 is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. Actually, they got the question wrong. That's the whole plot in Hitchhiker's Guide. They waited many centuries for deep thought, I think it was, the computer, to come up with the answer to life, the universe, and everything. And when asked, have you done it? He says, yes. You're not going to like it. Well, tell us anyway. You're not going to like it. Well, tell us anyway. 42. What? It's no surprising that the answer should actually be a number. Now, this probably would have been done better, but this is my one display. This is my one thing that I want to show you today. Right, can everyone see what's there? Oh God, there are numbers and stuff. I promise you, there's nothing more complex in this than junior school arithmetic, alright? Junior school music, junior school arithmetic. Does anyone know what they're looking at there?
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la.
Good, right. Remember the sound of music? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So it doesn't matter what chord you're in, what key you're in, they're the notes. How many notes are there in an octave?
8.
That's why it's called an octave. Yeah? 8. It's not actually, there's 7.
7, because it changes on the.
Now, there is no way of, I don't think anyone's ever found a way of communicating this. So this is quite an attempt. You can study numerology, you can study sacred geometry. It all stems from this. They're all levels above this. This is the great secret of the universe. This is what Jesus taught. This is what you find in the Gospel of Thomas. This is what you find in various Gospels, encoded. And your rightful response to me would be, well, how do you interpret that? Because when you have this, it never will prove wrong. This is what they were trying to communicate. If they actually, and I will get into it, I'm not just leaving it like that, if the people who wrote about this in these ancient documents had been caught doing it, they would have been put to death. It's that simple. So they simply created other phrases for it. Now, 7 notes in an octave. How many colours in the rainbow?
7.
Really? Yeah, spot on. Why? And what happens when you add the 7 colours in the rainbow together? What do you get?
White light.
White light. So, white light is made up of 7 constituents. Okay? That's it. Absolute fact. I'm not here to try to persuade you of anything. I'm trying to give you an insight into the knowledge that lies behind the conspiracy. When you've got the knowledge, you'll still probably, some of you will say, well, so what? How can you use that? It's the implications of what I'm showing you that's the key to this, not just this. All right? So ask yourself as we're going along, if I knew this and was adept at it and had the tools at my command to apply it, what would I do with it? So, back to this. This simply points out the total numbers across the top. All right? This is the secret of life, evolution, and I do mean everything. There are no exceptions. Even the thoughts you're having at the moment evolve, and if we had the scientists in the room, thank you. If we had the scientists in the room, we could show you that as well. But you need the modern scanners and all sorts. But it's true. It evolves according to the law of octaves. And that is the great secret of history. Everything does. Except my bloody board, which decides. Oh, God. Right, hang on then. I know that if I do this, I can stay now. Sorry. Stick it in the hole. Bang. Flash. Right. You see why I brought me move now, can't you? Here we go. 2 laws to nature. When people turn around and say carbon dioxide cannot possibly be the cause of global warming, it's actually scientifically provable. Those who say it's not don't know their science. That's why they won't come forward and prove it. Not one of them ever has. And when they do, the data's false, or made up, or incorrect. We've seen it. Climategate. They don't know. And why? Because scientists are funded and financed by organisations, whoever. This is what they're looking at. You don't go over there, or you don't keep your job. Don't look at that. Look at this. And they don't put the pieces together. I've rarely met a physicist who knows anything about chemistry, or a chemist who knows anything about biology, say. They rarely cross disciplines. But you should try it sometime. You should go and study it yourself. Just to, let's say, GCSE standard. Each subject, what would it take you? 2 or 3 years. Coming fresh at it, you'll notice something. And what you'll notice is this. Now, I'm not going to try and prove it, I'm simply going to show you. This also you will find in the Bible and every ancient reference. You know, all these documents that many of you in this room will have researched from history that talk about sacred geometry or allude to things. This is what they're talking about. Okay? And this is what Jesus taught. And a great story in the Bible about 144,000 followers of light who will return with Jesus, making 144,001 if you do the math, as it tells you to do, incidentally, constantly throughout the Bible. Book of Numbers, what's that about? Numbers, man. It tells you. But the idiots in the church who tried to cover this up, of course, didn't have a full understanding, so they left bits, they missed bits. They didn't really know what they were dealing with. This is there to find. Here we go. 2 laws in nature. There's 3 energies exist in everything. You'll talk about a duality in the New Age. The duality. Have you never considered the balancing principle, the Trinity, that you're told to? 3 aspects. Passive, actually got them the wrong way, doesn't matter. Active, passive and neutral. They do not necessarily come in that order. They only exist relative to each other. So take that out, the other 2 don't exist. Are you with me so far? Take that out, the other 2 don't exist. They only exist together. And together, one of them will be active, one of them will be passive, and the other one will be neutral. And the electricians in the room probably realise that we're talking about electricity now. This is the musical scale. This is music. This is the Western musical scale, as invented by Pythagorean